right now on 5 on your side at 10.
Thunderstorms are rumbling in parts of central and southeast Missouri right now. The Weather First weather alert that breaks down our trouble times and what our storm impacts are.
They're everyday items giving predators extra eyes on you. Tonight, the I-Team is opening your eyes on the tricks they're using to violate your privacy. A tragic crash leaves one teen dead, another injured.
They were more than best friends. They were like brothers.
Tonight, family and friends come together as South City neighbors shine a light on the dangers along a busy street. We start tonight in a weather alert. Right now, rain is falling to our south and west. The Weather First team is also keeping a close eye on 2 threats of storms tomorrow. Good evening, I'm Mike Bush.
And I'm Kelly Jackson. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell is tracking the first round, which should be here by morning, and the second bringing a greater chance of severe weather in the afternoon.
All right, so here's what we're dealing with at this point around the metro St. Louis area. Not a whole lot. Tomorrow, especially in the morning, we're looking at showers and some thunder. But we don't think there's much of a severe weather threat until we get into late in the day into the afternoon. It's the afternoon and evening storms, if they develop, will be the ones to watch, because the timing between 4 and 11, that's when there could be an intense storm or two. Right now, what we're seeing is a pretty large area of rain. We have some gusty winds that are spreading across parts of central Missouri too, as this whole complex of showers and thunderstorms kind of diminishes now. But we've had some gusty winds. Sedalia came in close to a 60-mile-per-hour gust. That wasn't associated with a thunderstorm. That was because of this complex of widespread rain and the setup that goes along with that sometimes, where you get the quick pressure differences because this heavy rainfall, which some of it's still coming down into Reynolds and Iron County, Lesterville, Centerville, going back up towards Viburnum, but that whole area is moving out. So that leaves us with mostly cloudy skies. As we head towards daybreak, more showers are expected to develop. They'll try to move into the metro area just in time for the rush hour, and the big push is going to be coming as we head during the morning for more widespread rain. Not really severe weather tomorrow morning, but widespread rain that could at times be heavy, and maybe some smaller hail in there, and eventually we'll get back into the 70s tomorrow afternoon with another chance for a storm. It's not a washout weekend. Saturday's mainly dry, another Weather First weather alert day on Sunday, but that's for mainly late in the afternoon and the evening. We'll track that out in a few minutes, Mike.
Stay alert with the latest Weather First forecast anytime on KSDK.com, the 5 on your side app, and streaming on 5 Plus. You can also text the word weather to 314-425-5355, and we'll send it straight to your phone.
New tonight, just a few hours ago, a huge crowd of mourners gathered to remember a 15-year-old boy killed in a car crash in South St. Louis. His 16-year-old friend was also injured. Their car hit a building along Gravi in the Bevo neighborhood late last night.
5 on your side's Robert Townsend talked with the teen's loved ones tonight and is here now with new information about this crash. Robert.
Mike and Kelly, a family member of the teen who survived the single-car crash, says right now they are all still in shock and grieving the sudden loss. She can't believe her nephew's friend is now gone. The startling phone call gave Arlette Del Cid chills.
It was 12 in the morning when my sister called me crying, and the police officer, he knocked on the door.
With terrible news about her nephew, 16-year-old Alan Osorto, and his 15-year-old friend Brian Corona Madrigal.
He told us that they're heading to the hospital because they had a car accident.
Couldn't believe it. Edwin Sosa and other witnesses told police shortly before 11 Wednesday night, Corona Madrigal sped down Gravois near Neosho in an Infiniti when he almost hit an Uber driver's car.
So the car was pulling out. He tried not to hit in the car, so he swerved over, lost control, and then hit the hydrant, flipped.
Police say Corona Madrigal knocked down several street signs and then crashed into a vacant building.
I have a neighbor who said when it happened, her apartment shook.
Brian died.
The passenger, that's when he jumped out of the window, still in shock.
He got a broken arm, but right now we're trying to cheer him up.
Arlette Del Cid says Corona Madrigal was driving his car and taking her nephew home at the time of the crash. She says both boys lived just blocks away and both were 10th graders at Gateway STEM High School.
They were more than best friends. They were like brothers.
Hours after the crash, dozens of their hurting family and friends gathered to comfort each other and released balloons for the teen gone too soon.
I feel bad for him.
We just want to show how much we love him and how much we care about him.
Alan Osorto was treated and released from the hospital. His aunt tells me Brian Corona Madrigal lived in South City with his older siblings. Their parents live in Mexico.
Tonight, 2 police officers are recovering after a head-on crash in North St. Louis County. The overnight collision was caught on surveillance camera. It shows a woman plowing into the police cruiser, which was stopped in the center lane of West Florissant and Delwood. The driver was taken to the hospital. Police say she was impaired. 2 officers from the North County Police Cooperative were also taken to the hospital. One hurt his eye, the other had a hand injury. Tonight, 4 students and an adult are recovering after a school bus crash in St. Charles County, which sent them to the hospital. The crash happened this afternoon on Highway 94 in Orchard Farm. Officials say a car rear-ended the Orchard Farm school bus as it slowed down near a railroad crossing. We're told none of the injuries is life-threatening. The crash is under investigation.
Tonight, 5 on Your Side has learned a correction officer at the St. Louis City Justice Center is on leave. We're told an inmate suffered a head injury on Tuesday while handcuffed. A source familiar with the investigation tells us the inmate threatened to kill the officer and hit him during a struggle. The incident comes just 2 days before members of the St. Louis Detention Facility Oversight Board met with detainees at the CJC for the first time. They discussed concerns about food, medical access, the cleanliness of the facility, and the process to file complaints. Members of the Oversight Committee say they will present the information gathered today to the Director of Public Health at a meeting on Monday before deciding on a path forward.
The state has rested its case in the Thomas Kinworthy trial. Kinworthy is charged with killing St. Louis police officer Tamaris Bohannon in 2020. He's pleaded not guilty by reason of mental defect. The defense team's first witness today was a forensic psychologist who diagnosed Kinworthy with schizoaffective disorder. The trial is expected to wrap up next week.
The city of St. Louis has evicted a homeless couple from their encampment on a South City corner. They've called the corner of Spring and Chippewa home for years. 2 homeowners sued the city in February to remove what they called an unsanitary encampment. A city spokesperson tells us they tried for 8 to 10 years to work with the couple to relocate, but they just moved down the street. It was also a hazard, they say, for the couple and drivers.
The health and safety of the couple is a main concern for us, and as well as the people that live in the community. That structure was starting to encroach upon the street and the sidewalk.
The city provided services to help the couple following today's removal.
A huge night downtown for the Urban League of Metropolitan St. Louis. Tonight's 106th anniversary dinner highlighted the organization's accomplishments and honored its supporters. The annual gathering also serves as a huge fundraiser for the Urban League, which provides a wide range of community outreach programs and services. 5 on Your Side's Rennie Knott from Today in St. Louis served as MC. Just hours before tonight's dinner, the Urban League made a big announcement.
A major expansion is coming to Ferguson with a new community center nearly a decade after the death of Michael Brown and the unrest in the city. 5 on Your Side's Laura Barczewski explains how the center will serve the community in a different way. Laura?
Mike and Kelly, the Urban League CEO, tells me this was made possible because the pandemic changed how people work. And instead of this being yet another empty office building, they're now able to turn it into something that will still help the community.
Several years after unrest in Ferguson, following the death of Michael Brown, the Centene Corporation opened this facility near Purcell Road and Newhalls Ferry, providing much-needed jobs and transforming the area. But since then, a lot of things have changed, especially after the pandemic.
Really, you were looking at a building that at once was fully utilized, that then maybe only 10% of the staff were still there. And so there was an opportunity to then take it, repurpose it, and turn it into something amazing, which is exactly what we will do.
The The $25 million facility will now become the Urban League Centene Connected Community Center. It's the largest building donation in Urban League history.
We'll be able to use this facility to improve more people's lives, to expand services, to get new people hired, to give them daycare opportunities, Head Start opportunities, Save Our Sons, Save Our Sisters, our regional food distribution center, our housing assistance, and countless other services that we plan to bring there.
Urban League Vice President of Public Safety James Clark says this center will be a safety net for the community.
It'll first start by giving neighborhood residents, giving the residents of Ferguson and that entire surrounding area a focal point where they can go for help, where the children can go for help.
Rodney Strong works in the community to fight opioid addiction with STL Crush and has seen firsthand how much this is needed.
An empowerment center and a youth center can play a crucial role in supporting and empowering a vulnerable community like Ferguson, helping residents access the resources and support they need to thrive and create positive change in their lives and community.
The new community center will open its doors to residents in June this year.
New tonight, the community rallies behind a new downtown business hit by thieves. The Downtown Neighborhood Association held its April happy hour tonight at Hot Pizza Cold Beer on Washington Avenue. It comes just 2 days after thieves broke through the front window and stole the cash registers. The owner says the crooks only got away with some change. A milestone tonight for a St. Louis favorite known for its frozen concrete.
Ted Drew's marked 95 years in business today. The frozen custard stand on Chippewa celebrated tonight by giving back. A portion of tonight's proceeds went towards 3 local charities. Ted Drew's also unveiled its new Carly concrete. It's named after St. Louis native and model Carly Kloss. It includes chocolate chips, granola, and almonds mixed with vanilla custard.